Hi, grade 7/8. I just wanted to give you a few examples of using the cross-multiply method of solving problems that you had just watched in the previous video. So here are a few examples. In our first example, we have a small bottle of Sunlight laundry detergent, and you probably have this at home. In this bottle of liquid soap, there is 1.47 liters, and according to the manufacturer, if you look down here at the bottom of this thing, it'll say that it does 32 loads of laundry. And so a question that you might see would be how much soap would be used for 100 loads of laundry. What we're going to do is set up our ratio of, let's do liters, so soap in liters to loads. Okay, so in our first ratio, we have that 1.47 liters will do 32 loads of laundry. And so we need to know how much soap. So let's say amount of soap for 100 loads. That's like equals n. Okay, so we don't know how much soap. This is where the variable goes. But we do know that we want to do 100 loads of laundry. And so now using that cross-multiply system that they had told you about, we're going to do this across. So now we have 1.47 times 100. And remember, if there's no sign, that means times, equals, and we'll do 32 times n, and no sign because that means multiply. Okay? And so now we're simply just going to multiply this. So we have 1.47 times 100, which would be 147, and that equals 32n. And now using what we reviewed in algebra, we need to divide this to get n by itself by 32, and divide this by 32 as well, because we have to do the same to both sides. And now using my calculator right here, I'm going to do 147 divided by 32, and that will equal 4.593. So when we're talking, we're just going to round up. That's my best advice to you, even though perhaps here you wouldn't round up because you're going to have to use it, or with money you have to pay for it. I would say to round up. So this is actually going to go to 4.60. So let's get rid of this calculator. So 4.60 equals n. And if we go back here, well, what is n? Let's go back and refresh our memory. N is the amount of soap for 100 loads of laundry. So it will take 4.60 liters of soap for 100 loads. Okay, so that's that question. Fairly straightforward. The important thing here is to remember to set up your ratio with your units, and then to remember what is the unknown. So I always like to write that down so I remember at the end what I'm finding. Okay, let's try another example. Here we have a different jug of Sunlight over here now. We have a 2.95 liter, and according to the manufacturer, it does 64 loads of laundry. So the question here, how much does it cost to wash 10 loads of laundry using Sunlight detergent? Oh, and there should be a question mark there, so let's put that in. How much does it cost to wash 10 loads of laundry using Sunlight? Well, in this question, I guess I don't really care too much about this. What I need to know is how many loads and how much it cost. So let's set up our ratio as cost to loads. And in this equation, we have the cost for one jug is $12.59, and that will do 64 loads of laundry. Okay, so what are we trying to find out? What is the cost of 10 loads of to wash 10 loads? So let's say C equals cost of 10 loads. Okay, so here we go back to our over here now, $12.59 for 64 loads. So we don't know the cost, but we want to find out how much it is for 10 loads. And now we're simply going to do the cross multiply again. So we're going to do 12.59 times 10 is equal to, and across this way, 64C. So if we multiply this out, we'll have 125.9 is equal to 64C. And we're going to divide, we need to get C by itself, so divide both sides by 64. And we're going to use our calculator that I made here. And I'm just going to move it over here so you can see what we're doing. So 125.9 divided by 64. And that is going to equal, and again, we're going to round up because this is money. So the cost is going to be, let's get rid of this calculator. So it's 1.97. We're going to round that up. So 1.97 equals C. And go back over here. C is the cost of 10 loads. It will cost $1.97 to wash 10 loads of laundry. Okay, so that's the second example. And I think the most confusing part will be right here where you have to remember what you're dividing by to get the variable on its own. Okay, this is our final example, and this is, there's actually different ways that you could do this one. So the question is, Foodland sells these 3 options of Sunlight laundry detergent. Which is the better deal? So we have this one that we just looked at, and I think we started off with this one, which is now $5.99, and then we have this ginormous jug, which is $16.99. So you could think of option 1, you could do, you need to have the cost. So you could look at cost per load, or you could do cost per liter. So it's really just your choice, but I like to do cost per load, okay? So cost per load. In this one, we have the cost is $12.59 for 64 loads. What I'm wondering is, what's the cost for 1 load? And really, that's what I'm doing for all of them. So I'm just going to set all of that up to start with. So it's $5.99 for 32 loads. So I'm just using this one over here for each one. And what is, let's not use C here, let's use D for 1. And then we're going to do $16.99 for 96 loads. And let's do F for 96. So I'm just trying to, oops, that shouldn't be 96, it's a 1. I just want to find out how much it costs for 1 load of laundry for each one of these jugs. You would think it's the same, but manufacturers often don't do that. And so I'm just going to start over here, just doing my simple cross multiply, and it's nice and easy because I'm multiplying by 1. So it's 12.59 equals 64C. And again, I need to get that variable on its own, so I'm going to divide it by 64. Divide this by 64, and get out my calculator here. So 12.59 divided by 64 equals, and we're rounding up. So instead of 1.96, I'm going to round that up to 0.2. So 0.2 equals C, and this is money, so it's 20 cents per load for that one. Okay, so now we're going to find D. So $5.99 equals 32D. So divide both sides by 32. And I'll get my calculator out again. So let's move it over there. So 5.99 divided by 32 is equal to, so it's 0.18. So we're going to round that up to 0.19. It's equal to D, so I can see already that this is lower. And then our final one is over here. So doing cross multiply, so 60. So you can see I'm just multiplying everything by 1, so I'm not writing that in. I could write times 1 here equals 96F, and divide that by 96. Divide this by 96. Get my calculator out. And we have 16.99. Oops. 19.99 divided by 96. Ooh, so that's a long number. So we're going to round that one up to 0.18. So 0.18 is equal to F. And the question is, Foodland sells these three options of sunlight, which is the better deal? So we've got C, which is 20 cents per load. This is 19 cents per load, and this is 18 cents per load. And so the answer is this one. Option 3 is best because it has the lowest price per load. Sorry, this is cramped. There we go. So there are 3 examples how to do cross multiply. If you have any questions, please make sure, oh, I forgot to draw in all the cross multiplies here. Please make sure you email me or ask your parents perhaps, but I would be happy to help you. Okay, good luck. Thanks.